Namaste everyone, and thank you so much for joining us for the second session of interview with a Pranic Healer. So today we are so happy to have Chiara Perfetti with us, who was born in Italy. She has studied sociology at the University of Rome, and she's a Pranic Healing trainer, a certified Pranic psychotherapist. In 2005, she brought Pranic Healing together with her husband to Greece and started the first Pranic Healing Center in Greece in 2006. And she teaches Pranic Healing in Greece, in Cyprus, in France, and Ireland. So we are so happy to have you, Chiara, with us. Thank you so much for joining us.
Atma, namaste, and thank you for the invitation. I'm very, very happy, extremely happy today to have this talk about, my journey into pranic healing. So thank you.
Thank you. So to start with, can you please share a little bit about your Pranic Healing journey, how you joined Pranic Healing, and why?
Okay, so you already said I'm Italian, but I live in Greece. Now I am married. I have a family with George. But let's go back in time 20 years ago, almost 20 years ago. And it was 2001, actually. I had a very bizarre mom. My mom was very interested in anything that was, a bit new age. So Reiki, of course, Ayurveda. And so it came the time for her to learn pranic healing as well. So he was telling me in 2001 that she learned something amazing, that, okay, mom, yeah, as always, all the things, it's fantastic. But the first time that me and George, we were in Rome, living in Rome, and my husband, it was not my husband at that time. So we went to visit my mom. She said, no, you have to try meditation and something. I would never meditate at that time, was very material person. George was already Zen, my husband, George. So we tried the Twin Hearts meditation, and that was 2001. And
Wow.
it was weird because I had to keep silence, I had to listen, and I would never imagine that from that moment that things would brought me until today, doing what I do with the enthusiasm and the love I have for the teacher and from pranic healing, of course. But I had to wait until 2004, actually, so some years later, when I gave birth our first daughter, Sylvia, and it was a very tough period of my life. It was hard. Our daughter was born with some health problems, so I was all the time in the
Okay.
hospitals. Was very worried. I was worrying a lot. It was a very dark moment, and in that moment, through a person which I am so grateful, today is our senior instructor Riccardo Scornajenchi, in Italy, in the south of Italy. He offered his help to me, to our daughter. And then it was, so I got the first healing at that time, my first psychotherapy. And that was incredible, unbelievable, because I immediately felt the difference. And I said, wow, I see the light after, so much darkness during these months. And that was just the beginning, because it was realizing that, hey, here there is something weird that is going on. And so they start to do healing on me and to our daughter, and things went absolutely well. So once things were absolutely fine with me, with our daughter, I said, wow, here people needs to know about this. That's amazing. And I was in Greece, they were in Italy. And so, in Greece at that time, 20 years ago, I had a very normal life. I was a mom. I was teaching at school. I was going restaurants. I was not smoking that time, but very, very normal life. As a young 26 years old girl, was happy, and I didn't know anyone that was going to be interested in meditation, in the energy, and all these things. How am I going to do that? And that was the time I realized that really we are just instruments, because suddenly things start happening. So the first basic
Yes.
course happened in 2006. And it was me, George, my husband, our babysitter, a cousin of George, and a colleague of George. That was a weird
Amazing.
team. That was first basic, because we couldn't find anyone, outside of family and very close friends. And from that course, I don't know how, but just things happen. I think that the teacher just, is the one who's moving. I mean, he ran the show. You're just the one that is physically moving in this world and making things happen, but he helps in everything. I would never believe that, knowing anyone. And I was not interested in yoga. If you just already you teach yoga, you meditate, people that have the same interest. No, it was not our case, not me, not George. But we
Amazing.
made it. Yeah, we made it. This was a huge blessing. Incredible.
So
So
they
I
say
left
like,
my job. I was working, and then I was so into much in pranic healing that I couldn't do both things. So I
yeah,
wanted, to dedicate all my time to this, to spread pranic healing in Greece, and then of course we
amazing.
went to other countries. But it was such a pleasure, such a blessing.
So they say when the right times the teacher appears. So like from 2001 to 2000, maybe 2004 was the right time for you to
Yeah,
somehow get pulled into this. Amazing. So
incredible.
so many years of practicing pranic healing. How can you say it improved your life, your personal life? Any like transformations, personal transformations that you noticed and you would like to share with everybody?
Look, if I look at my life 20 years ago, I was so scared, for example, about that time. I was scared about death, the death of other people.
Mm-hmm.
My death, maybe, I think so. I was also a person that was, George is suggesting me I was anxious. Was I? Yes, I was anxious. Yes, I had anxiety, of course. I had a way to approach the problem in a very, yeah, I was anxious, definitely. Above all, when it was about my children, you know? And definitely pranic healing. Now I can tell you, um, I see myself being in situation that, 20 years ago would completely go crazy. And now I can handle things because pranic healing is giving you the tools so that you can use its techniques. It's so simple. Use the techniques and you're going to have these results. Just have to be consistent. And that's one thing. So once you arrive to a level where you see that you're happy, you're happy, you see things in a different way, you are vibrating high, you like this state, you like to be like this. I say, okay, how can I keep this state of happiness? Okay, I have to meditate. I'm gonna meditate. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
You have to practice forgiveness. I'm going to do forgiveness, no problem. So you just want to keep what you earn, what you managed to do in these 20 years. You don't want to lose it. I don't want to lose it for any reason. So that's the only thing that make me stick on the teaching. Sometimes, okay, of course, me too. I feel lazy. I have to meditate. I have to do 2 hours and a half Aratic yoga. I have to do the levels. No. This is for my well-being. This is for my high peak state. To wake up and know how to handle all the things of life, which it's important to have this kind of approach.
Yes, amazing. It's true. Like when you sit and reflect, because sometimes the change is like slow but steady. After some time, when you reflect, you look back, you see how changed you are. That is really amazing. So what advice would you give to someone who is new to pranic healing or maybe not yet a pranic healer? Like or like considering to start their journey. What advice could you give them?
Okay, I would like to say my experience. Okay, I was follow the simple instructions. It's something I had to learn. Because at one point, yes, I read the books many. I love to study, so I read the books many times. I was practicing, but when we brought Pranic Healing in Greece, we were actually alone. Me and George, and we were talking on the phone with our instructors. We were getting this kind of help, so we had to read, we had to learn. But at one point, the techniques are so simple and so effective that my tendency was, to do something. I want something amazing, something duper 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 wow. Was this kind of my personality. Actually, my George is not like this. It was me. So I remember once Master Hector, Acharya Hector, came to Greece, and I proposed him to do a follow-up with the students. So I gathered only those who had attended Aratic yoga to a very high level, because I said, hey guys, we were something like, I don't know, 150 people. I said, okay, guys, because we're all Haratic yogis, gonna do super duper wow techniques, gonna teach us incredible things, pull this, do that. So Master Hector came in the venue and said, okay, what level do you are? He said, Master, they are all erratic yogis, Okay, do you have your basic book? Of course not, Master Hector, not basic. What are you talking about? Yeah, he did a follow-up of 3 hours only on the general sweeping. For those who are ready to attend basic, can understand that the general sweeping is the thing that you learn the first day of the course. General sweeping, how to clean the energetic body from all the impurities, from all the congestion and all these things. It was for 3 hours. It was
Wow.
simple. It was just that and nothing else. And we all learn. So the
Mhm.
lesson for me was, yes, pranic healing is simple as it is. Don't look for something more complicated or to change it in any way, because it's not going to be that. You're not going to have results. That's it. Open your book. This means that you know exactly what you're going to do. It's very, very important. And you're going to have amazing results. That's a fact.
So you're saying like don't complicate things and
You know?
just follow the simple instructions, the results will come. Because yes, I have seen people who come into pranic healing or they're new and then they do a lot of techniques and at the end it gets a bit confusing. And as you said, maybe if not being practiced properly, maybe will not have proper results. So they
Yeah.
may get a bit disappointed.
It just becomes something else. It's not pranic healing anymore, you know? It's
Yeah.
just might be impressive if you change it, but it's not. So it's not guaranteed the results. So let's not do that. Doesn't make any sense.
Yes, very, very true. So, from all the practices you have done on people, can you share like one or two memorable experiences when you saw pranic healing actually change someone's life?
I would definitely say the stop smoking session. Okay. I'm still now after 20 years, I'm always so excited and um not surprised, but I mean to be able, I was a smoker for many, many
Oh,
years, until I found my husband and he said, "No, I cannot stay with the smoker." So that time I had to stop smoking on my own and I suffered a lot. My mom sent me to pranotherapy. She spent lots of money. Nothing works, by the way. I do it on my own. I suffered. So I know how people feel when they want to quit an addiction. And when I found pranic healing, that in one session with a lot of practice and a lot of energy, of course, you can make it, and that person is free forever from addiction, like smoke addiction. This is amazing. And they don't believe it. And they are, like, because at the end of the session, you ask to the person, hey, think about your smoking, close your eyes, imagine you're not on. No, I cannot. It's disgusting. And so, yeah, I
wow.
feel like I'm not surprised, but I'm surprised. It's amazing. It works. I think it's a real, real blessing. I feel. I mean, people, when they have addiction, they really don't know how to do that. They want to break free, but they don't know how. And wish I knew pranically when I quit smoking more than 20 years ago. I suffered so much pranic healing that time. It was not my time, but I'm happy that we can help so many people with this. Panic healing really, really works. And the results are from the first session. And I think this is always an amazing thing. I mean, not promising to the patient, you will do 10 sessions, then you're going to feel a different. No, it's from the first one. Because you change the energy, you change the structure of you remove things that are heavy in the energetic system. And the person feel immediately feel better.
Amazing. Would you say because you experienced smoking before and you went through like giving up yourself without the help of pranic healing, and now you see people can do it with pranic healing in one session, so it's really touching in that sense because you were
Yeah.
patient before yourself. Yeah.
Exactly. Amazing. Yeah. Stop smoking with Pranic Healing. I mean, it's my favorite quote. I mean, it happened. And we do it, I mean, here in Greece, also in France, we did daily because we did a whole campaign that was for 1 year. I mean, it was completely for free that time.
Wow.
Yeah, because the purpose was this. You don't know how to do it, Pranic Healing is going to help you. I mean, and it works. Then we realize
Amazing.
but it's also important that there is this exchange of energy, so that there is a very important motivation that the person wants to stop smoking. That's the most important thing.
Yes. So you talked about like exchange of energy. So would you say if people donate or pay for healing, it could be faster because like there
Yeah,
is karmic exchange or something?
difficult to explain, difficult. It was difficult for me also to accept this. We me and it was very difficult for us at the beginning to accept money, for the patient. We're volunteer. We are still volunteers, and pranking is not our job. And and I remember this. That was Master Glenn Mendoza in Rome, and it was I think 2009. And he said, "Guys, I'm gonna explain you how it works. You don't want to take money for yourself, that's fine. Give it to charity. Do something with that money. Don't take it for yourself. But there must be a balance between what is given and what is received." And that was a huge lesson, difficult lesson. We start with a very small charge, but I can tell you that today to stop smoking when we give value with what it's offered, and this is the right thing, and it's going to work. When I did it for free to friends or cousins, it was always more. It works, but it was very very difficult. There must be a balance between these two things.
Yes. And I notice sometimes when people pay, they value it more. Like if you give them recommendations what to do, what not to do, they tend to follow better because they have paid. And
But even the
yeah.
motivation change. I mean, if it was costing, for example, 30 euro, something that's 30 euro, where do we spend? In a coffee shop, 5 coffees. In France, it's 30. 3 coffees in France is 30 euro. Okay, let's say something like this. But anyway, if, for example, if it's just a small amount, somebody would go just to try, with no real motivation. Let's give this money. It doesn't cost anything. So let's see if it works. And there is no motivation behind. So it's just a waste of time. So when
Yeah,
somebody
true.
is willing, to give value to this, doesn't have any problem. And also
Yes.
it thinks that, okay, I pay this amount. Okay, let's put a bit of effort as well, So this is also important.
Amazing. Now, my next question is about, see, you are in pranic healing since you said 2004.
Mhm.
And so it's many years of practicing every day the meditations, the spiritual practices. How you stay motivated and consistent in your pranic healing practices?
Okay, I'm a wife. I'm a mother of 3 children. I have I have so many things. I mean, pranic healing is what when I wake up is the first thing I think about, and the last when I go back to sleep. But also, my life is full of so many other people and so many things to do. Above all, as a mother, my little one is a very little one. So to combine all this sometimes it's difficult. So rather than what I do daily, definitely is the twin hearts meditation, just to keep that high peak state of happiness that I want to keep it. For all other things, I make a schedule which is simple, but I stick on that. I mean, I think it's 20 years that I practice Arahatic yoga every Thursday, no matter what. Every Thursday, I'm going to practice. Then, if there's hey, this week, can we do it 4 times? No, I don't commit. But
Mhm.
Thursday, it's my day. That day, I do the, no matter what, I'm going to do my practice. So it's about to well organize. We have the time to do everything. It's just to make a schedule, I think. Me, I need to do it this way.
Yes.
I,
And
I I
so,
don't start the week like, okay, let's see how I'm going to keep my practices this week. No, I know when I'm going to practice. I know what I have to do. And I try to follow this, my
so
schedule.
the schedule make you somehow like committed to
Yes.
practice
Yeah.
exactly.
Yes.
And so
Yes.
now you are like full time in pranic healing. Let's say someone is not and they have their work and job and responsibilities. Do you have any suggestion, recommendation how they can stay consistent? Like anything that you would think can help the audience, especially the busy ones?
Yes, pranic healing is a system that has been created by Master Chogyok Sui for the modern man that lives in this society. It's it's exactly, I mean, the practices are for those who are working at least 8 hours per day, have family, children, and all the things that, we have daily. So this is the things that attract me first in pranic healing, because I said, oh, if I have to go up to a mountain, and chant Om, and then what about who is going to raise my children, all the things that to work and, make money and live and pay bills and all these things. Pranic healing, it's done for how we live. And it's absolutely possible. So Master Cho, for example, in the erotic yoga, is giving you a schedule, and is always he said taking account, I mean, the kind of life that you do. I mean, if you don't have children and family, you have more time, for example. If you're not working, you have more time. But you can make it. It's easy. It's easy. It's I never find it difficult. Never find, I mean, oh, I have to do this, but I don't have the time to do. These are really excuses. We have to
Yes.
be aware that we find excuses when we say we don't have time. When we want something, we always find time. So there are periods of laziness also in the spiritual path. This is normal, and Master Cho explains so much about this. But we're again the technique to overcome also the spiritual laziness. I mean, also this is so well explained in the teachings of Master Cho, and also in this one, you don't feel alone, because okay, also for this we have a solution. You do this, you do that. It's in erotic yoga. It's taught in the course, and I'm very happy to now that I'm thinking about everything started, and it was so many years ago, and I think how this changed, of course, my life of me and my husband and my children, that they were born in, now they are teenagers. My daughter and my son, they are teenagers again. And they have the techniques to handle a life that I didn't have at the time. I think how lucky you are, that you can use the Kriya Shakti to manifest things when you want, that you can practice, you know how to calm your emotions, for example. You know what to do with anxiety. You know what to do when you have relationships problem. You have all the techniques, and it's really amazing. Wish I knew that time.
Yes, and it's very systematic, even like to do what meditation in what day of the week. It's all thought through and like recommended based on what works for a modern man, as you said. Fantastic. And so do you think you practicing with your husband had good impact on
Never.
your children? I mean,
Excuse me. No, I thought if I was, excuse me, I thought it was because he always proposed me to practice together, and I always say no. No, it's one of the things that I don't want to do with my practice is my practice. I want to be alone. You always want to do things together, but the practice for me, it's something which is, I want to be alone. I
okay,
like
yeah,
that way.
that's a personal
I like that way,
preference.
yeah.
Yes. So what is your favorite technique or favorite meditation and why?
My favorite meditation, with no doubt, is the Twin Hearts meditation. I mean, the Twin Hearts meditation is a real gift of the teacher into our lives, because it changed when I started practicing Twin Hearts meditation. It was like, take this pill for 3 months. I mean, my instructor told me you have to practice for 3 months every day, and I thought, oh my god, every day. There's gonna be time. But because I'm a curious person, I said, yes, to see the result, I really have to see if it works. So I'm gonna do it as it said. Every day, every day. At the first days was weird. I remember I was a bit scared. I was doing with eyes open, I was looking. So because I was out of all these, kind of practices, and then suddenly there is like a switch inside you, like something happened.
Mhm.
And it's like you see the world with different eyes. And this is because of the Twin Hearts meditation, because it activates the heart, and you start seeing things through the heart, through love. So you become more patient, you become more loving, you become so many things that you were not before. And then I can tell you that with a lot of practice, you start also understanding what that means, also the activation of the crown. For example, the intuition, it's something that I noticed. I mean, this thing, it's not mine. It's coming from, when the channel is clean, and you notice this incredible difference inside you. And this is because of the Twin Hearts meditation. And I saw it in so many people. I have so many testimonials of people that said, wow, how I was and how I became after this practice. So wherever we go, when we brought pranic healing in other countries, for example, we always start with the Twin Hearts meditation because it's an incredible instrument to change the lives of many people. And so we did this in France, and we did this in when we went to Hungary. We went also to Russia, to Ukraine. So we have the Twin Hearts meditation in all these languages, which is amazing, translated. And we started from there. Incredible, incredible tools. And then, of course, the healings and all the rest.
So would
But
you
it's
say
something
like
that I love to practice.
would you say regular Twin Hearts meditation in these countries help to prepare the energy and the people to come into pranic
Yes,
healing?
yes, yes.
Right.
And when it's about, if you talk about what I like the most, which is, spread the teachings and the part of the organizing things, our team is practicing the Twin Hearts meditation to bless, the work in that
Yes.
countries, to prepare the energy, as you said, it's so important. Or when there are obstacles, Twin Hearts meditation. And, the things magically happen. Twin Hearts is also, it's the connection also with the teacher. And everybody can
Amazing.
practice it this. So no excuses.
I
It takes only
remember
20 minutes. Yeah.
true. I remember when I started Twin Hearts, also there was a struggle for me because I had this like sadness within me or depression. So it was hard to remember a happy event initially. I remember crying in
Mm.
the first few meditations. But there are some people who have fantastic experiences from the first one, like seeing the light, seeing colors. How was yours? Like, did the experiences start from the beginning or it took a while?
Can I tell you the truth? You want the truth?
Yes,
Yes.
of course.
So the truth is because, as I told you, I was not into this kind of things. When I did the first, it was because they told me that I had to practice the Twin Hearts meditation. I told you that I had that time I was in a very dark period of my life because of our daughter and health problems. So my instructor, you have to practice every day the Twin Hearts meditation. And the most difficult thing was the concentration. I couldn't be concentrate. And the other thing was to keep the hands like this. And for me, it was very tiring. So I was keeping certain weird position, like I put two pillows under my armpits to make it more comfortable. And I remember that after a month, at one point, the hands could stand like this, like magically, I had the strength, and you didn't feel any kind of the body feeling the hands heavy, or the body, heavy. Everyone was like, simple. Things are working now. It just happened because the energy changed. And so, no, to think about happy moment, that was easy. I had already many, many happy moments. And so, and I remember it happened to so many people. They start
Crying. Yes, it happened to me
crying
as well.
because all emotions are attached, and it just bring you, what a gift, what a gift. In Greece, we did a research. We brought pranic healing in 4 big companies. This was because before COVID, in 2019, I think. 4 big companies. And so they practiced Twin Hearts meditation for 8 weeks, 2 times per week, when you wanted to see how it can reduce stress and how it can increase productivity. So there was a survey, a company made a survey, and the results are amazing. There are people that didn't know anything about pranic healing or meditation, they just had to practice. And so, I mean, it works. It works for everyone.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, I feel like there's so much of emotion we have kept inside, and Twin Hearts helps to release them like gradually. So for people who have not yet experienced any like out of body or amazing experiences, stick to it. You will have some amazing experiences soon.
Absolutely. There is available the CD now in all languages, so everybody can purchase
Yes.
the CDs and practice. And when it's practicing group, it's like, we do 100 times on our own. So, I mean, this is even amazing. I mean, to gather and practice the Twin Hearts meditation is even more stronger and nice. I love this.
Yes, I have had a lot of experiences in a group also. It's much more powerful. Fantastic.
Can you imagine that the reason in 2018, I went to the UK because Master Co for the first time went to Tony Robbins event. The only reason I was there, I wanted to practice the Twin Hearts meditation with 15,000 people, 15,000 people. And this is
Amazing.
one of the unbelievable, I mean, all silence and the voice of Master Choa, resonating. And I was observing the people, I was curious, and it was incredible. It was created such a strong energy because we were so many. Unbelievable, unbelievable.
Would you say Master Chua Kok Sui's voice make a difference when you practice the meditation?
Oh, yes, of course. Number one, I would say that what I say always to our students is that Master Chua has a specific high vibration. Yeah. So following the voice of the teacher is so important. And sometimes, the instructor can also guide the Twin Hearts meditation during the courses. This is authorized, but we always use the CD because we want to hear him.
Yes.
That high vibration, which makes a huge difference. I mean, definitely. So I always say, take the CDs, and you can do it on your own. You can invite your friends, and you can practice in group, and you see your life changing. You see your life change. We are so blessed that we have materials with the voice of the teacher, and we have videos where the
Yes.
Master Cha Kuk Sui is teaching, and you feel it's talking to you. It's just like this. It's when he recite the meditation, he's talking to you.
Amazing. Thank you so much. So as the last words, what is the best advice you have received in life that you want to share? Or if you have an advice for people that you want to share?
George is looking at me. I don't know, I think I had many advices, but do more what you're afraid of. There are things that we really don't want to do it. We don't like to do it. Some people are procrastinating, for example. So number one, once you have the awareness that, yes, I'm procrastinating without finding excuses, this and this and that. Once you are aware and you understand that these are my weak points, I don't want to do this thing. It's hard for me. Rather than escape and stay in your comfort zone, no, do more of this. It's tough. It's struggling, but then you really feel that you can do anything. And above all, when it's about moving his work forward, you will find a lot of obstacles and also inner obstacles, and disappointment sometimes with the people, different. But what keeps you going is no. I will find the way anyway.
So face your
I will keep going.
fears and make peace with your fears. That is what
Yes,
you have.
exactly. Yeah, we all make mistakes. We all have fears, but once we understand which are these things that it's hard for us to do, let's do it. That's what I say to myself, and this was a very important advice.
Is there a prayer or one practice you do to like face your fears? Let's say you have a lot of fear. Is there a prayer you say to make you feel calm and move forward? Or any practice
Nowadays,
that
I don't have fears. I mean, long time ago, I had a lot of fears. Today, I wouldn't say that I am scared of anything. And the technique that I use for my relationships, I am in contact always with many, many people all the time. And also for, number one, for my work, and then for pranic healing as well. And, sometimes it happens that you have just different ideas. You might have frictions with people. Yeah. And I still find the techniques of forgiveness and miraculous techniques that really can transmute the energy between the people. So one, this is practiced. I remember we learned, I think, in 2006. And this was given to Master Choa to some participants, some students and instructor, I think, in Peru, maybe. And so our instructor came with this piece of paper where there was the technique of forgiveness. And Master Choa said that we have to spread it all over the world. And I started practicing, and he said, look, this is going to change and it truly changed our life. Just change, transmute all this, negativity that there might be in a relationship. Amazing. So techniques of forgiveness is always what even if, sometimes you struggle, you say, I have to do it. I will do it. When it's hard, it's quick, but it's
Yes.
done. And then slowly, because also Twin Hearts meditation helps you when you practice the techniques of forgiveness after the Twin Hearts meditation. It's easier because the heart is activated. So you already feel much, yeah, these things can happen. Maybe happen to me as well. He didn't want to do this. It's easier to practice forgiveness after Twin Hearts meditation.
Yes, that is very true. Amazing. Thank you so much for your time, sharing
Thank you.
your journey with us, your insights, advices.
Thank you so
And
much.
thank you. And we would
It was a
like to
pleasure.
thank the
Atma
Institute for
Namaste.
Inner Studies for this opportunity for us to sit together and talk about pranic healing, the topic that we all really love. And so thank you so much. If you have last words to say to the audience, please go ahead.
Come into Pranic Healing. Join Pranic Healing. Change your life. And Pranic Healing is all over the world. So you just have to find online the most closest center and just start this amazing journey.
Fantastic.
Atma Namaste. Thank you. Thank you so
Atma
much.
Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. And we will see you in the next sessions. Thank you.
Thank you.